Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. On our last video, we talked about the feet controls, how to use the feet controls to make your driving more smooth. In this video, let's talk about the hand controls, and two in particular I like to talk about, which is the steering and the gear. For you to drive smoothly, you need to make sure that you learn how to use the controls the way you should and the way it makes your driving more smooth. So like I said last lesson, we talked about the feet controls. Let's talk about two of the hand controls, which is the steering and the gear. So first of all, the steering. Okay, when you hold the steering, first of all, make sure you get your position right, so you're not too near or not too far. So make sure you get the sitting right, make sure your seat is in the right place so that you are comfortable reaching the steering. You're not too near, you're not too far. Okay, so you have to make sure that that is correct, that is right, because otherwise your steering is going to be a problem for you if that is not right. So the sitting position is the most important for you to steer correctly, for you to steer smoothly. Okay, so get the sitting position right, not too close, not too far. Obviously there are other videos on the channel. We talk about the DSSSM door seat belt, steering mirrors, if you want to watch that video, but let's stick to the control. So we got the sitting right and we have the distance right, we are comfortable reaching. So that's number one. Number two, when you're driving, obviously nowadays it is advised for you to hold quarter to three here. That is the best position. It's been advised for you to hold the steering nowadays, quarter to three. That's the best position, they say. Why? Because they say that you want to keep the airbag, the middle, open as possible, open as much as possible, so that you're not crossing too much. If something happens and that comes out, and if your hand is there, you're going to get punched in the mouth. So you want to make sure that you hold it there. So this is open, the airbag in the middle. So we got the sitting right, we got the holding position, which is quarter to three. Next part, when you're driving, make sure your steering is not too tight, not too loose. It needs to be enough grip so that you feel comfortable. Remember, if you go too tight, it's going to be too heavy for you to steer. You're not going to be steering comfortably, and it's not going to be smooth. For your steering to be smooth, you want to hold it enough grip, not too tight, not too loose, enough so that you are comfortable, and on your steering you will feel smooth because it's not too tight, not too loose. Secondly, on your steering, make sure you steer slightly. If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. So say you want to go around a parked car. For you to go around a parked car, how much steering do you need? You don't need that much, do you? So don't steer too much and then bring it back. Just slightly, maybe 5 minutes. 5 minutes. When I say 5 minutes, what do I mean? Imagine that's a clock. If this is a clock, imagine that's 12 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock. Holding it there, which is quarter to three, 5 minutes towards right, and then you go around the parked car, then 5 minutes back, 5 minutes towards the other way, get the car straight, and then go drive on. Now when I say 5 minutes and then 5 minutes the other way, what I mean is that, remember, when you're going around parked cars, you steer right, which makes your front go out, but the back is still in. So 5 minutes that way will take your front out, and when the car is gone out as much as you need, you steer opposite the other way, same amount, so the back in lines. Okay, 5 minutes, car goes, and then when the car goes there, 10 minutes, meaning take it back where it was, and then 5 minutes the other way, get the back comes in, and then go straight. So for example, this is your car. Okay, imagine your car straight. You steer 5 minutes right, it goes that way. When it goes that way, the front is gone, the back is in. So how are you gonna do to get the back comes in? So once you go there, okay, you take the wheel back, which is 12 o'clock, and then do 5 minutes the opposite, make your back goes in. Yeah, so 5 minutes, and then when it goes there, do 5 minutes the opposite, get the car straight, and then you go straight. So make sure to remember that. Obviously, I have explained that on other videos in great details. Watch the other videos. I will leave a link on the description of the other videos. I will leave the links of those videos in the description so you will understand more better. 5 minutes takes your car there, and then when it goes there, do 5 minutes opposite, and the car is straight, and then you go straight on. Make sure to remember that. The other thing is, look far ahead. Don't look too near. One of the other problem many learners they make is that they look too near. They are looking where the bonnet is. Remember, your brain needs to know where the road is going, how the road is going. Only then your hands, your mind, your body will work. Because for your hands and your body to know the plan, where you need to go, where you need to steer, how much you need to steer, your brain needs to send a signal to that part. And the only way it's going to happen is if you look far. If you don't look far, your eyes doesn't see what the problem is. For example, if you look far and there is a bend coming up, you've seen the bend, now the mind knows there's a bend coming up, and the mind will send a signal to your hand that be prepared, you need to steer over there. Okay, so don't look near, look far. That way you will know what's happening with the road, you know where the road is going. That way your hand is prepared to do what is needs to be done. Okay, so don't look near, look far. Also, if you look near, you will see you're hitting everything. It will look as if you are hitting the car on the left, you are going too close to the cars on the right. If you look far, you will see what's happening. That way it's not going to look as if you are hitting everything. So look far on your driving. Both hands, not too hard, not too loose, enough grip. Look far ahead and drive. If you need to steer, steer as much as you need. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Go there. Once you reach, do opposite the same. Get the car straight and drive on. And also, you know, obviously you've been driving, so you know that steering, pull and push technique. Don't try to cross hands. Okay, pull and push technique. You pull it with one and you push it with the other. I'm sure you've seen that. If not, I'll leave the links of those videos in the description. Watch them to get more understanding of those. Okay, also I have other videos on the channel where helps you to keep your car in the middle of your lane. Sometimes many learners, they get confused to stay in the middle of their lane. They either feel they're too close to the pavement or they're too far from the pavement. I do have other videos, like I said. I will leave the links of those videos in the description. One other thing with the steering is that try not to drive with one hand on your driving. Keep both hands on the wheel most of the time, unless you're changing gear or you're trying to do something, putting the fan on or something. Other than that, both hands on the wheel, including signaling. So for you to signal, indicate with your fingers, but have the hands on the wheel. Okay, don't take your hands off and try to signal. Still have it on the wheel and signal like that. Okay, now let's talk about the gear. Okay, if you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. Now, many learners, the reason they face in the beginning about the steering, the reason they find the problem is because they don't understand or they don't learn where the gears are. So make sure you know where the gears are. That way, even if you get it wrong, you know how to correct. So make sure you know the middle is neutral, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this car, you have 6, and then reverse. Reverse is always different in different car, but get to know how the gear works. I will leave a link in the description of those videos so you get to know how the gear works, which I've explained in great details on the other videos. So get to know how the gear works, where the gears are. For example, just to give you an example, I push it that way, that's 1, that's 2, and I go to neutral, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6. And for reverse, in this car, push it that way and go. And some car, maybe you have to come that way and is there and is there. Only the reverse changes, otherwise it's the same. 1 and 2, you push it that way, 1, 2. To go to 3 and 4, you just let go to the neutral, because when you go to neutral and you let go, it goes in between 3 and 4. If you go up, it goes to 3. If you go down, it goes to 4. And like I said, I have explained in great details on other videos. I will leave a link on the description. Have a look on those if you haven't already. But briefly, in the middle, if you let go, if you go to a gear, which is 2 now, if I just let go in neutral, it goes in between 3 and 4. So So if I go up, it goes 3. If I go down, it goes to 4. So if I do make a mistake, just say I'm in second gear now and I want to go to third. Now I'm confused. Is that 1 or 3? If I'm confused, go to neutral and let go. Now, because I know where the gear is, from there it'll be easier for me to take. Because I know where the gear is, because I know it's in between 3 and 4. If I need to go 3, up. If I need to go 1, push it that way and go up. Done. The other thing is, when you're changing gear, do it smoothly. Remember, the gears are designed to go. So don't try to fight for you to go. Try to just guide it. So for you to go to 1, just guide. Just guide. Just guide it. Try not to do that. It is not designed to fight with the gear. It is designed for you to just guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just guide it. The gears are not designed for you to fight with the gears. It is designed just to go. All you have to do is guide. The gear is saying to you, just guide me, I'll go in. Try not to fight with me because I'm here for you. The gears are there for you to use. And how to use it? You're the controller, you're the boss. Your job is to look after your controls. In this case, we're talking about the gear. Your job is to look after your gear. You just guide it. Try not to be a bad boss, okay? Where you are just fighting with it every time you're changing gear. When you change gear, just guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just guide it. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? So number 1, when it comes to gear, make sure you know the layout of the gear. You know where the gears are, how to go in, where the neutral is, where 1, 2 is, where 3 and 4 is, where reverse is. So you know you got to picture in your mind where the layout of the gear. So you don't want to look when you're changing gear. The other thing is, when you're changing gear, try not to look, because when you're looking and the car is going all over the place, you will fail your test. Why? Because it's dangerous, isn't it? If you keep on looking and need to know where gear is every time you change gear, one day someone's gonna cross the road, which you're not gonna see, or maybe the car in front is braking, heavy brake, and you didn't see. You're looking here, and what's gonna happen? So make sure you have an idea the layout of the gear in your mind, in your brain, in your mind, in your brain. You got a picture in your mind exactly how the gears are laid out. You know exactly where the gears are. That way, when you're changing gear, I need to go to 1. Where is 1? Push it that way and there. I need to go to 2. Push it that way, go to 2. I need to go to 3. Go to neutral, go up. So you get a picture in your mind. You got a layout in your mind. You know, you don't have to look every time. Otherwise, in the beginning, if you make a habit of looking every time, then that's going to be your habit. And one day, someone's going to brake hard in front, and it's going to be a problem for you. Okay? So these are the 2. Overall, what I'm trying to say to you on last video and this video is that make sure the car that you're driving, it has controls. The more you know as a driver how to use those controls, the more smoother your driving is going to be, more better your driving is going to be, because you know exactly, and you're going to be more confident in driving because you know exactly how to use those controls, how to drive using those controls. You'll know that. So get to know the controls of your car, how to use the proper way to use it. That way, like I said, not only your driving is going to be easy, your driving is going to be smooth, much more smoother. If you need extra help on Learn to Drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. The course gives you everything you need for you to learn and for you to pass the driving test. It has everything you need. I will leave a link in the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.